Hi, and welcome to Investors Empire. Today we will be looking into Logan Paul's response to the CryptoZoo scam. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe for more crypto and investment updates. Now let's get into this video.
Logan Paul made a response video about the CryptoZoo scam after getting a lot of hate from his fans and the audience. He decided to address the issue with the CryptoZoo. He went on the offense and took no account there. No whatsoever. He reflected all of the blame. And then he did some investigating of himself, and he found himself not guilty. In fact, everyone involved in the project, except for Logan and his manager, were guilty. So I thought today we'd sit back, relax, and take a look at this response video.
You interviewed the developer who stole the game code, fled to Switzerland, and held it hostage for $1 million. Well, his name is Zach Kelling. Surely, as the internet detective that you proclaim to be, you would know that he spent time in prison for multiple felonies, one for aggravated robbery, armed robbery at a liquor store, and the other for, surprise, obstructing the legal process. I can see why you kept him anonymous.
But Logan Paul still decided to work with him and promote the project to your audience.
Yes, among many things, it doesn't surprise me that he lied about having 30 engineers and a $50,000 a week burn rate.
On my end, I have 30 engineers. I'm burning $50,000 a week.
Which, side note, is how this delusionist landed on the $1 million code ransom, but it turns out he only had 3 engineers. Wouldn't someone with journalistic integrity know their credible source had not only an agenda, but a fondness for orange jumpsuits?
This should be the job of Logan Paul to investigate who to work with, not the journalist CoffeeZilla.
I know what you're thinking. What type of idiot would work with an unsavory individual like Zach Kelling? I guess that's what I get for trusting the team that I relied on to vet and manage Eddie's hiring process, who has turned out to be a professional con man that I have since learned fooled billionaires, the Mormon Church, the owner of the New York Yankees, and now me. I repeat, Jeff and I made no money and will never make any money on CryptoZoo. In fact, we only lost money trying to pick up the pieces. As has been the case with dozens of crypto and NFT projects, the space is unfortunately ripe for bad actors to infiltrate projects that start with even the best intention. Even after 12 months of work, you've still managed to overlook one crucial piece of information. See, even though I've said it's coming so many times, you've assumed that CryptoZoo isn't being made. Who are you to decide when the development timeline ends?
CryptoZoo is still coming with what more Shutterstock photos or Adobe stock photos. Logan Paul is now reviving the project to prove that this was not a scam, but actually it was a scam. Then he announces CryptoZoo for 2023 or 2024 and doesn't apologize whatsoever, and didn't took any accountability of the people that lost the money due to CryptoZoo. In one of his podcasts at Impulsive, where he essentially just contradicts himself multiple times from this video that we just reviewed. Instead of having CoffeeZilla on the podcast, he essentially had Big Mike hit him with the hard-hitting questions. But in reality, those questions are softer than fake butter. What's entertaining about this podcast is it was clearly recorded before Logan Paul released that original video. So he had no idea what the response was like, because in this podcast, he gives off the vibe that he made a great response video for the audience.
I'm going to try to take the reins of the opposing viewpoint today, as I generally do on the show. I'm going to ask you a lot of questions that may be, I don't know, easy, hard to answer, whatever. Why did you sign off as logs, by the way? There was a lot of for that. Because I'm just curious what else is there's going to be about this, like where this goes, where the story goes. Once it's been determined that there was not malintent, a scam did not take place. There was a misfire or some sort of, malpractice on behalf of some of the people involved in the project who will be held accountable, and there is a plan moving forward. Does it sound like those are the 4 main pillars of what's happening here? Listen, I said I'm going to play the other side.
We made no money on the project, which I think kills the scam narrative immediately. Well, you didn't made any money, let's say, but your business partners did. Just because you got scammed doesn't mean that your audience didn't.
What was your intent with CryptoZoo as a project?
I really thought it was going to be the next big thing. It was my first foray into creating a project on the blockchain. My intent was to make the next Pokemon, essentially.
Then why did Logan Paul hired Crypto King, who sold you a fake Pokemon card box in the past, and also to advise you for the CryptoZoo? This is what we can't understand truly.
I know
how hard it is
to
merge animals that do exist into an animal that doesn't exist and make it look like a real animal.
I'm gonna ask you-
I'll just say it right now, bro. If you take an animal from CryptoZoo and like a picture of a monkey wearing a hat and go ask like someone on the street, like, hey, which of these is more captivating to you? Something tells me the animal that doesn't exist that looks like a real hybrid animal is probably gonna.
That still doesn't change the fact that they were stock photos. They should have been handmade photos as he said it will be.
Look at you like somebody they want to be like, they want to achieve like. And so when they invested in your project, remember, they don't have our lifestyle. So they're working paycheck to paycheck, paycheck to paycheck. So when they go, yeah, Logan's involved in this, I know it's going to win because I've watched this guy win. And I want to be like this guy. So I'm going to invest my hard-earned money. From their point of view, I get your guys' point of view because you're dealing with a legal team. You're dealing with all the people that did you wrong. But from their stance, they go, how dare you go and open up 2 other projects when I just wasted my hard-earned money on something that I believed you would do.
George over here asked a very good question, but let's see how Logan dodges that question.
Like a mountain that collapsed one after the other after the other. This massive forest fire would come up. I thought we put it out and then something else would happen. And then my legal team goes, yo, there is criminal investigation going on. It is best to stay silent at this moment. Yes, George, I'm not a scammer. I have the best intentions and I will make this right for the people who believed in me. You know how adamant I was about fixing all of this and making this right. And for a year I was told I couldn't say anything. And then CoffeeZilla series came out and I called you guys and I said, I'm making a statement. I don't give a
Yep.
I spent days writing this thing, figuring out how I could poke the obvious holes in CoffeeZilla's defamation and arguments and manipulation of this story, because at the end of the day, he told a story. Some of it's true, some of it's not. I don't know what to believe.
What pissed the people off is George made a pretty good point, and then they just cut it to Big Mike playing the other side to segue the conversation away from the good point.
None of these quests would be completed without your team. And when you win, we celebrate together. What I need this team to start doing is when you guys take a dip, you gotta stop pointing the fingers at each other.
When all this broke, when we were in Qatar, I'll kind of remember this. We were in the spa one day and I saw the pain in your, and this, like I said, this is not gonna turn into a victim thing. I just wanna point this out. It's
where
terrible.
Where Coffee f***ed up is by targeting me as some malicious, evil supervillain. If he had told this story objectively and told the story without vilifying me, regardless, we're still making this right. But in my opinion, that's where it got twisted and hurt the most. I want to put smiles on you guys' faces. Is why I do what I do. I love being able to come on these platforms and express myself every week. And if it hurts that mission statement that I've had since I was 8 years old posting online was tainted by this dude who had an agenda.
Later on, Logan deleted the initial response. Here is what he said on Discord. Hey all, I just wanted to update you guys. I deleted my initial response to Coffee series. It was rash and misaligned with the true issue at hand. So I called him today and I apologize. The war is not with Coffee. In fact, I'm grateful he brought this to light. I'll be taking accountability, apologizing, and coming forward with a plan in the near future. Thank you all for believing in this project and sticking with me. I know it's been bumpy, but your support is everything to me. And I'll make this right.
My sole obligation is to my supporters, and I know this video is long overdue. Here it is. I'm sorry, guys. I apologize for how this has unfolded thus far, and I want people to know that they can trust me and that I'll always take care of the fans and people who support me.
If you want to see the full explanation of what Logan Paul said in his final video, what he said to CoffeeZilla, and what he is thankful for, why CoffeeZilla made a response video to it, let us know in the comments section if should we make another video highlighting all the things Logan Paul said in his last video to CoffeeZilla and to the audience who lost their money to CryptoZoo. Until then, thanks for watching this 2-part series of CryptoZoo scam. I hope everyone enjoyed it. And don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching.